Welcome back to the CVH Aurora series. Today I'm joined by Rod and we're in game 3. Very exciting. I think the first map was a little kind of testing out new areas, but the second map, I think we kind of got to grips with things round 2. What are your thoughts, Rod?
I think their opponent, UH Scarlet, was a very tough opponent. I mean, to be honest, Houston has a whole bunch of teams, so I didn't realize Scarlet was like their game changer S team because I always saw them pretty high in like the power rankings of like just general collegiate teams. And so when somebody told me that that was the team we're going up against, it's like oh no, like
Oh
it
yeah.
like no matter no matter how good our Rui team was, UH Scarlet is just a tough opponent. But going into this their third match of the day, because their first two was Ascent. We played one Ascent game on the mainstream, but now we're back on Split. So it's gonna be something a little bit different. I think it's gonna be good that just nice change of pace. And we're going straight into agent selects. We kind of see what some of the teams are cooking up. Madeline, you personally, what are some of your favorite agents to play on the map Split?
Personally, I'm a big Omen fan, and I see that we have 2 Omens on the screen, so that makes me
Mhm.
very happy on the inside. I can't say why. He's just my favorite.
Really, over Astra.
Yeah, I think there's something about Split and Omen. I think there's so many angles, especially with blinding, and I
Mhm.
know Astro also has some smokes, but there's something about Omen that just kind of gels better for me in Split.
No, I mean that's totally fair. And when I play like my 5 stacks, like I think Astra is technically more meta, quote unquote. But I mean, Omen, you're right. There's so many like plays you can do, like blind TP behind him and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, and all
It's
the
great for
boxes
individual
and
play.
stuff like that. I feel like it's just a
Hmm.
tighter space. So with Astro, I kind of like when things are more open and you can use the wall and stuff like that in unique kind of ways. But with Split, it's so many like smaller spaces that with Omen you can kind of use that to your advantage.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, going in, we see a little bit of different of a comp. We see the Viper coming in for WoUHE, which is something that can be a hit or miss, right? It really depends on how good your Viper is at lurking, kind of creating that space, even if you do have a cipher. But when we saw Poe that first map of the stream, I mean, I've been pretty impressed with Poe. From what I understand,
Me
she's been
too.
a
Me
recent
too.
addition to the team, and I've been very impressed. I think I was impressed after she like just shot one sheriff bullet into like the middle of Ascent A site and got the Omen lurking that smoke. So we'll have to see how that performs on this map.
No, exactly. And this is her first semester playing with us. Obviously, this is a first semester we're playing in a tournament, but I believe
Mhm.
she's also the highest ranking player on the team. So that obviously comes with some experience and the ability to play just well on these maps.
She's very battle hardened from ranked, because we know that's a battlefield.
Oh yeah.
Top with a good first pick, but quickly getting traded out by Ella Bloom, and now attackers are looking to take ramp control. Poe holding them off with the wall, but wall isn't going to stay up forever. You see also a mid lurk coming in. We don't seem that aware of it. I've actually totally left the B site. Depends on this being if this is being called, but the backstab could come in here for the Condors. Bullets being exchanged, but no one dying quite yet. Just as I see that, Poe goes down. MGD, a huge lurk, waiting for her
Very
timing.
scary, very scary.
Very scary. No, it's not pushing, but now the attackers kind of garner that they heard three bullets. They kind of know everyone's here and making the smart decision to rotate.
No hard feelings.
Oh, gets one.
So they're getting caught out. And
30
MGD
seconds
just
left.
lots of space garnered now. The
Spike
two
planted.
last defenders have to try to stay together, see if they can't trade each other out. But MGD is going to hold this down with their life. Cause a huge problem.
Last player standing.
Problem that can't be solved if Mochi is going to hit shots like that. What you should know. Heard the
See the
rope.
Omen? Oh, unfortunate.
Didn't quite clear that corner, but it looked good. It looked promising.
Oh yeah. I think from their past games as well, they tend to like wait to see how the team's responding to them before really being aggressive or playing in a specific way. I feel like they're a little sensitive right now. They have to feel the game out and get into it before they really start playing.
For sure, I do want to see more set stuff. Like I want to see if they have anything cooking on this map. I know that the person in the coach slot is different, so I wonder if that's gonna play an effect if we see more like set plays coming in, but probably not this round. As looks like these WoUHE players might just get gunned down.
Some murder scene, yeah.
An absolute massacre as the attackers have all of A site. And looks like they might get pushed. Jet is looking and waiting if Poe decides to walk out of here.
Spike planted.
She decides against it. Looking to see what they can do together, because at this point, Madeline, the name of the game is economy. And what you can take out of the opponent's hands.
Is economy, and especially as the attackers start pushing out, it's gonna get a little scarier for them.
One enemy remaining.
Well, it's still good to get one pick there. I think they're
Better than nothing.
Yeah, they're up against the wall.
Better than nothing. I would say it's speaking of walls, it's a very interesting Viper wall coming in from the WoUHE side. This is a little more pushed in, and so it's kind of. I'm very interested to see, like, you know, if they have any set plays with said wall, because it's pushed way deeper than a normal Viper wall would, which shows that they really want to take control of A main when they put the wall like that down.
Good work.
Really great satchel coming in from the attacking Rays.
Blinded.
Yeah, see, again, this really deep Viper wall. You kind of see like it's meant to hold ramp, I guess, but the players in A main just bypass it so easily. And look, now there's nothing to stop them.
Right.
Do they know Ivy pushed up here? They should. This is their wall. Oh, but not going to be aware. See if I can pick. Well, able to trade it out. Oh, Mochi timing, Mochi timing.
Get out. Time to hunt.
Except for the
Got it. Harden up, girly.
Last player
swing
standing.
out. Good stuff from Poe, and now Poe just aware of that last lurking player. Good stuff. A nice 3K from Poe, and honestly, a pretty clean round. Looks like there was some awareness. Probably, I'm not really sure about this wall, but
Yeah.
see, Poe's kind of sussing that out and being like, all right, maybe not, but all in all, I mean, that was good util coming in from Mochi that round. To
Yeah, exactly.
kind of
And
get
it
some of
felt
those
like,
kills.
the team was playing more together. I think that's been their main weakness, is kind of getting used to the competitive scene. Playing against another set team is just a completely different vibe than comp.
For sure, for sure. I see. I like that as the rounds like get more and more, like the wall gets pushed more closer and closer to like what the meta is. Like
No, literally, they're becoming self-aware.
they're evolving. Oh, well, he's not able.
Mid to A.
Unfortunate.
I
Almost able
know
to get the pick.
exactly where you are.
No, they're gonna have the locations revealed. Now let's see what Poe can't do with this. In my opinion, underrated skin. I kind of like the overdrive set.
I cannot agree, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. It was a hit or miss. I think some people who really like it, but I think a lot of people hate it.
Oh, exactly.
What we don't hate though is Poe getting the first pick for the side of WoUHE. Mochi spotting one out, but he's not aware of the player that's on her close right. It needs to be when Poe's there for the pick. Almost getting a second one, but
Last player
do it.
standing.
Zelly, they get the refrag. Timing here.
Oh,
Timing's in favor in
Unlucky.
Cresselia, yeah. I mean, the time is low. That Cypher trip is there to like get her little feet, and that Cypher can't be. That's just that's a tough scenario.
you know, when did they bring Split back onto the comp poll? Because I know it
A
was missing
while
for quite a while.
ago.
Okay,
This
well,
was
you can you can tell how much I play Valorant.
What? I'm just glad.
Yikes.
I'm just glad they got rid of Haven. Everyone thought Split was gonna go back out of the rotation, but I'm glad they got rid of Haven. I hate Haven.
My homie Icebox still there.
Yeah, your
I've got
homie
your
Xbox
trail.
just came back.
Hey,
Your homie Xbox is
that's
in
my favorite.
But she's
Omen
back.
on Icebox?
That's interesting. That you don't really hear that often.
No, but considering my rank, it's not surprising.
Oh,
It's interesting they're pushing down mid. They seemed pretty committed to A earlier, but it seems like they've gotten a good grasp onto site.
good fix.
You still
All in all.
have Cypher lurking.
Spike planted.
My ultimate is ready.
It makes no matter when Poe is hyper aware.
Literally.
I do see a
Here.
slow re-clear
Zoning
coming in from mid.
Here.
Pretty aware of where this Raptor players could be aiming at really good stuff. Not aware of the new box players though,
One enemy
as
remaining.
trades
Last player standing.
go in favor
That
of
was
WoUHE. That was
busy.
that was chaotic. The
Yes.
trades were just everywhere. That was a name of trades were the name of the game, but WoUHE does come out on top, able to get one round closer and narrowing the gap.
I think
between
that
them
is
and the
something
Condors.
that we've seen over the past 2 games now,
my
is
camera
that
is broken.
we do tend to get a lot of trades pretty consistently, and that seems to be in their advantage because it kind of evens out the teams a little more. But it is something I've noticed that they've been doing a lot that the other teams I haven't really seen as much from.
Oh, this is a nice spot. This goes here. That goes there.
Inani getting the right alignment.
Yes. This is a nice spot.
Get out of my way!
It's an interesting ult from Poe. Seems they've committed mid again. Zelda getting flashed.
Spike down.
Tatum
mid.
gets one.
Still in sight.
Found one.
No, WoUHE is in a advantageous position, but does Mochi know the last 2 players are encroaching? Here's them. Gonna be dropping. Good for
Nice.
one. Almost good for the second. Now these last 2 defenders are grouped together, which, I mean, you would think puts them in a pretty good spot to win this. Looks like they're not too sure if Omen's gonna be walking back. But once you hit this bomb plant, they should get the
Spike
okay to
planted.
go together
Can't
and
see if
try to frag out.
Omen will actually use their util. They still have, obviously they just use ult. And they
Oh.
still have,
Surely we heard this. Surely we heard this Omen TP. Surely we heard the Omen TP.
that was scary, Rod.
It's okay. It's okay, Madeline. I wasn't worried. Were you? I wasn't worried. Were you?
I was a little worried. No, but our queens, they got it.
Yeah. Not even close. Not even close.
Wow.
I did like the thought process though, because that is a position that, I mean, as you saw, it worked, would catch people very
Right,
off
they had
guard.
no idea.
Yeah, like if Cresselia had kind of like hit the initial shots, I mean, that was, I think the play was good, because you can also take an off angle as they cross into sight. Like if you hear them stomping, I mean, that's unfortunate that the play didn't play out, but I like the thought process coming in from the
No,
attacking side.
definitely. This feels like quite an even game to me.
Watch this!
This orb. There's a little bit of a gap
Yeah.
on the left. This is why I'm a huge proponent of lineups. There is a lineup for this orb from the right
Right.
side of the barrier. You nail it every time. Remember, when in doubt, use lineups.
Oh,
Sponsored from your local lineup, Larry.
yeah. No, literally. I've seen the PowerPoints.
They're literally PowerPoints. That is savagery.
Yeah. It seems that they're
My
committing
eyes are
B.
cage triggered.
Now they're
have Raze
unsure they see
looking
the safe for
mid.
you too.
Right. They haven't really. They've been a little touchy about where they want to go, but
Caught one.
have all of WoUHE kind of spread out.
Oh,
Keone doesn't get a pick. But Zelda and Poe.
Poison's off.
Oh. Raze circles back to B.
Spike planted.
Give me those back.
80 taught.
Nice Tatum.
Saw the leg of the other. Nice.
Oh yeah. Don't
Katie
overheat.
Tot has two. We in the advantage, but Raze is gonna have that showstopper. She's gonna bust out. She looks like she's gonna go for one, but with three staring her down, Bo's gonna get the kill and pretty comfortable round for WoUHE. I was a little worried because I haven't really seen Cypher play backside of B. You can kind of tell that eventually the Condors are gonna kind of get the vibe and call that, hey, they're giving us that site kind of for free, right? So if they figure out how to hold this, like how to hold against their WoUHE's retakes, it could prove problematic, but we have to see if that is something they notice. And even if they did, this like they're not gonna exploit it this round. Is looks like an eco is heading towards A. Another aggressive pole wall. Again, I don't know how I feel about these, man.
Oh, we'll see. Has it shifted at all?
It went back. It went back to what it was round one.
That's why you don't like it.
Yeah. I mean,
Do seem to be
I don't
committing
know if they're
A.
cooking. Oh. Who knows?
They are
But you can
all
kind
on
of see
site.
they're giving sites for free. Like,
Yeah, they're letting them take it pretty obviously, and
Spike planted.
I mean that it obviously is a strat that can work out, but it.
One down.
oh,
Nice shot from Poe.
oh.
Mochi getting a second, and Tatum.
We're just dossing their real names like that.
You know, I think it's just in my brain.
Oh,
This is why I'm
whoa.
bad. Oh, big from Zal, closing up the round. That was crazy. That I could not focus.
That, yeah, no, I mean, it all started off from a really nice shot from Poe, and just, I mean, Yuto to like just flush them out. Those two attackers going into screen, you know, that push didn't work out. I mean, yeah, at that point, it's kind of tough. You need to push something because if you're just force sitting on site,
Yeah.
it's hard, right? Like you just have like mollies and blinds and all this other util that just would make your life so much harder. And you see now that the coach for the Condors is coming in, and you know they
Calling
hopefully are
timeout.
pointing out like, hey, we is kind of giving you sites for free, right? Like maybe we have to kind of polish up on our retake. And if I'm in Condor shoes, I'm calling exactly that. I'm saying, hey, take site, and one's probably going to be spawn if you push it. So you guys should like 3 push spawn
No, exactly.
or something like that. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I've been noticing too, like Cypher, they kind of noticed that like WoUHE doesn't really flank. And so Cypher hasn't even been really setting up util for flank as much.
No, I
They've
saw
just
that.
been setting up util for flank. Like they have Cam at least 1 trip on site
Yeah.
once they take A. And for retake, like if I have to go against a Cam and a trip on like split A, like I just want to die. Like I just,
No, actually.
me personally, I would hate that.
I think it was good to call a timeout there. It's really easy to get in your head in these kind of situations, and to take a moment, especially when you've kind of lost your sight quite a few times in a row, is good to get back into it.
Madeline, the saga continues. The Viper Wall is back towards
No!
the meta spot. The saga continues.
Going back A.
Continuing. Katie Tot is going super aggressive, but
Fully push out.
maybe he can dodge this. Maybe he can dodge this with the updraft.
Blinded. What a
Unlucky.
shame.
I've got your
What a
trail.
shame.
Mochi and Zhao still staying on site though, but it seems like they're rotated.
I know exactly where you are.
Lots of control gathered for the. Oh!
Nice picks from Poe.
Oh! Good for heaven, but now they know where these last defenders are, and I mean they're just hightailing it to the other side.
Exactly. Well, this is interesting. They get full control over B, can set up wherever they want. Cypher's pushing towards the defenders.
Spike planted.
Unfortunate, picks one.
Really looking good though.
She noticed the sky.
This guy has an insane timing, and look, this jet is backing up. This guy is calling, hey, I have the guaranteed pick. I have the oh.
Oh, she wanted that pick.
Oh, unlucky. I like the thought process though. I like
No,
the
me
swing back.
too. Yeah, no,
I think
definitely.
I think if one of her teammates, or if there had been a call, like hey, there's rafters, you know, because I mean, you could tell Zelly wasn't sure where she'd gotten shot from. But I think if the call out was clear, I think Zelly comes out of that smoke, pre-aims it, and has a pretty good chance to win that round.
No, exactly. Sometimes it's really like just aim diff, or you're just slightly off your mark, and that's it. That just gives you gives them the round, or it kind of changes everything. The strats aren't everything. Got a satchel into sight. Seems that they're letting them take sight. We'll see if Mochi gets a pick.
Spike planted.
Oh,
Very interesting.
no!
Getting hit by bomb.
Somehow the trades are even for WoUHE. Actually in the advantage, but evened out again by Panko. And I like the aggression coming out from the Condors, right? They took ramp control and they were ready. I mean, the trades ended up going even, but I like the idea, you know? They expect this player hell. They do. And now, I mean, we have to smoke bomb. Surely we call it smoke bomb here. But it looks like they won't. They're just gonna stick through it. Panko has a chance to stop this defuse. He's probably gonna get the trade. Will, and I believe the bomb defuse as well, but that got a little close for comfort. I'm always a huge proponent of smoking bomb. Huge fan of smoking bomb, so it got me a little nervous. But
I think you'll be surprised by how many people that don't shoot through smokes, because it's kind of crazy. Like, you can always get a random pick sometimes through smokes, but they just sometimes are afraid to do it. It's like a wall in front of them.
yeah, I mean, cool, because you know, I guess it's that fear that hey, if they're not sticking, they can just swing out after reload or something like that, or you're like mid spray, and it's
all the mind game.
Yeah, who's really hitting a spray transfer? Not me personally.
Get out of my way.
Got her wall up.
Blinded.
Heavy A
two
presence.
blinds?
I think it might have been. I think they really wanna get this. Yeah. Oh, a nice shot from Tatey Tot. Able to put down the jet knives, but gonna be followed up. Also thinks Panko through the wall, and now Panko forced to fall back. Ask for the sky healing. Condors licking their wounds, but still looking to attack this A site. But I mean, Madeline, all 5 of the defenders are on this side. No,
exactly.
We have one backing up, but I mean, had Condors looked to push into that, it would have been a little lethal.
I think this has happened every single round now, and they haven't really noticed it yet, but maybe they'll take advantage of it now, as defenders seem to immediately just all pull into one side.
Poison's off.
The more I look at this mid smoke, the more I don't like it, because I swear to God, there's a gap on that left side, and I just get so much
paranoia.
Yeah. Oh, trades coming in. Poe able to remain composed, and now MGD. I mean, are they aware? They looked like she might have had an inkling.
She is watching.
Yeah, look at that. Just maybe a closer position. I have to see.
Cypher falls for it.
MGD looking like they measured. Oh. Zelly's gonna see the feet.
That is unfortunate. But Zelly predicted it. She knew the Cypher was gonna come that way, so it's just unfortunate.
That is unfortunate timing there for MGD, but he's gonna put WoUHE on 2-7, and now Condors have one last chance, one last pretty strong buy to take a round and
that's what I was thinking.
A more even scoreline.
Well, last round, they might as well do what they can.
Exactly. I mean, at this point, you know, a 5-7 way more doable than a
this goes here.
4-8. I do like this setup. Rat approved.
I do like post util use. I think she definitely is using it to her advantage, and it's nice to actually see util be used, unlike me.
Might as well become a CS player at that point.
No, literally. A nice
yeah, I mean this Viper pit is tough. This is will shut down so much, and so it forces, you can see, the attackers onto the extremities of the site. And now, even though Condors are looking to go B, we're set up 3 here. Great trips coming in for Kinani. Able to get to, gets a kill with the tripwire actually.
One enemy remaining.
Kinani able to get that one.
Here.
Now we know where the last player is for the attackers, and Poe on the backstab. Oh, MGD good for it though. And now, I mean, so much util is coming MGD's way. MGD would have to be a miracle worker, not able to get it done.
They're aggressive.
Shout out from the skies.
They want to win.
Switching sides.
Yeah, and honestly, like
no
after the
mercy.
first couple of games, yeah, you want to bounce back, right? You want to show that you haven't lost all confidence, all belief. Like you want to kind of like have a game where you look at each other, you know, could like fist bump, you know, just be super happy and proud of what you're doing.
No, exactly. I actually had to force them to start fist bumping because they weren't. And I
They're
think
on
it
land and they
helped.
weren't fist bumping.
No, literally,
That's a
they
cardinal
weren't.
sin.
I went out and yelled at them. I was like, "It's not just when you win. You have to fist bump all time."
Yeah, you fist bump every time. You lose, fist bump. You ace, fist bump.
Literally.
You win, fist
And
bump.
genuinely, they started doing it. I swear they started playing better.
No, it's so hype. It's
that
so
mental.
hype. It
Yeah.
really is. That's my favorite part about playing on land. It's like, hey, nice try. I was like, hey, good shit. You know, you just give them a fist bump. It's so hype.
No, mental's so important because it's so easy to get into your head. And no matter what, if you're the best player, you can still mess up.
They get into a slump, yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
We
On my
do
way.
see a UH special. This is I think a UH special strat
Oh, I'm not
coming
sure
in.
about this for Tate.
Oh no.
I think that was kind of expected. You had two watching that angle.
Yeah, now we have to see though. All the defenders are on this site, and honestly, I think this round is really gonna come up to see what Zelly can do. It's gonna be really big. And now all the defenders are here on site. Zelly is gonna have to speed up her flank if she can, but that trip is in her way. She's gonna have to break it and just run.
Looks like they're backing up.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Oh no.
That is
And now
okay.
it's okay. We go next. Unless
it might
we
be a
see
go
WoUHE
next,
can do
but-
something.
30
Able to
seconds
break
left.
the Roomba, but peeks into two. Trying to see what she can find, but with Kidani as backup, it's a little more hopeful.
5.
It's a third on the run for Panko before Kidani gets her third.
I
That's a
think
1v2.
They might have wanted to just rotate immediately, because clearly they had B locked down.
10
and
seconds left.
It's kind of hard to push mid there.
Spike planted.
This is a lethal one.
Yeah, they took advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean that's a hard position, right? Like you want to kind of plan for a position where you can make plays, but at that point you know you don't really have time or the luxury to flank spawn or flank ramp. You know, like people are gonna kind of know where you at.
Yeah, I think it's timing. You have to be faster because you have to get to the other site before they do. So you can just plant, set up, and be ready for them instead of what happened there where they're just late and the other team's already on top of them.
Oh, this is
I
a nice
do hate attacking on split. I think that's a consistent throughout
That goes there,
past
this
like
goes here.
2 years.
Hmm.
Oh. How do we feel about this wall, Rod?
This is a metal wall. I like this wall. It's kind of weird because it has a gap. I don't know if you saw,
Right.
but I don't know if this one has a specific lineup. It might. I don't think it. I didn't think it did, but it might because I don't. Obviously, that gap should not be there. But I like the wall.
Seems that only Zelly's rotating to mid. The others might be committing to A. We have a nice spread of defenders.
And you can see if the Rays in A main getting aggressive, trying to, at this point, you kind of want to start gathering some info. You either have like some Sky Uto gather some info, or
No, exactly.
Duelist going a little bit aggressive. Punko with the crowd stasis. Crowd stasis is just, I mean, it might not be the most visually pleasing, but it has a lot of fans, and maybe for that reason, I feel like when you have the crowd stasis, it just hits. Punko showing it off with a nice 3K on this round.
Right. Now we have Zelly left in mid. And they have full control over Spike.
What is Zelly to do in a situation like this? Condors
Hopefully
have
get one.
locked it down. Condors have, you don't want to get ecoed, and so it's good from Condors. They didn't get hyper aggressive. I'm gonna get that right click think off, but Ivy
Yeah,
secure
they
the
waited
flawless.
it out. That was definitely in their favor. I was sitting there. I'm waiting for them to come back A.
Yeah, it's a lot of mistakes like less disciplined teams make of, hey, I'm just gonna push in and you can get mine, right? And usually they don't get theirs. They just get them down. So good discipline coming in from the Condor side to secure that flawless. And now their buy is a little bit better against WoUHE's full buy. You know, instead of being on some pistols and sheriffs, it's gonna be 4 bulldogs coming to the round.
I have retrieved the spike.
The bulldog is actually my least favorite gun in the game, so
Really?
I'm excited to see how this plays out.
That bad.
It's just something about the way it sounds and how people play it. I just can't vibe
That
with
is
it.
a really interesting play from Cresselia. She's exhausted both her omen smokes on mid. And I have to see how they play into it. Looks like we might not be necessarily expecting this. If this smoke fades, might see Mochi
Right, Sully
caught
right
out.
there. Unfortunate.
Mochi caught
But
out
fall
anyway,
back
not
in.
expecting. Yeah, not checking all the corners. He thought is gonna get cleared. U2 from the sky as Punka looks to follow it up.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Madeline, these bulldogs. These bulldogs are
They're hurting my soul.
they're we have to watch WoUHE get put down with while hearing the
Ending
bulldog
with
sounds,
Zell
Madeline.
again. No. No. See if Zelly can get one, hopefully. I think it's always nice
30 seconds
advantage to get something from this, but they do have eyes on Spike.
Ooh,
Unfortunately.
MGD, good sight hold. Gonna have a triple with their bulldog. The Araxis one. The W skin. I do say so myself. I don't have it, but still, good taste is good taste.
I swear, I thought
But-
you had every single skin in the game.
I stopped. I stopped after I started playing Town World. But yeah, I mean,
valid.
I mean, still a great hold from coming in from the Condors. And again, the name of their game, at least from what I see, is discipline. I really like how disciplined their players are. You don't want to get too aggressive, right? They know that team play is going to win them this game and come back. And so far, they've done a
Exactly.
great job. They forced WoUHE onto another save. Looking to even up the scoreline, going 8-8. Ponko with some calculated aggression. I mean, you have to run away from the
Screen
big,
down.
the big
The
bazooka.
big bomb.
Big bazooka when it comes your way.
Big
Katie Tot getting pinged out in the middle of the cage. No fear though.
Eyes down.
Oh,
Nice shots.
And all of a
from
sudden-
Katie Tot.
shots landing. Oh, getting caught out of mid. Unfortunate timing, but still a 3-on-3 situation
more
for
even.
I know
WoUHE.
exactly where
Way more even. Not exactly what you might have wanted to see, but now they know where all the defenders are.
I must
We
wait.
have to see if this flank heaven comes into play. I see the site is mostly clear, and they might assume back sight. Nani looking to stay alive, not able to though, and bomb actually not planted for this heaven flank. We see one come in. Are they gonna expect the hell player? They are, but now they have to take this fight. Ella Bloom good for one. Ella Bloom good for two.
That was crazy from the sky.
Don't even
She had that
try.
locked down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that was just
Whoa.
clout coming in from Ella Boom because I think she could have stuck it and won the
Oh,
round.
literally, because as you said, that flank was not set up for Spike, so they could easily defuse it without really that much panic.
Yeah, but Ella Bloom deciding, hey, I'm
I'll
gonna
go.
get mine. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
mine, and
I want my
she
kills.
did. She did get hers, and I agree with close out that round enough to force WoUHE onto a timeout. Right, their coach finally calling one. Like, hey, maybe 4 in a row for first thing in the next half. Not the best thing ever.
No, exactly. But it is, I feel like that's what I notice on Split is that it does kind of side with defending a little more. At least that's how I feel about it. So I'm not entirely surprised that we've switched like this. It's just those few rounds. Can we get a few more?
We will have to see. We have to see what our coach in the slot, Da'alawai, is calling out.
The LOI.
Da'alawai, I have to see what he's cooking. Maybe telling his
Careful here.
attacking side that, hey, maybe change it up this way. I think for me personally, I would go for more mid presence.
Right.
I think they're not full taking mid. They're just kind of mid is kind of like an afterthought, and we can kind of see maybe they've made that change because we see 3 looking to take control of it. I also want to see more lurk up with this Viper wall. I don't know if you can see where Cypher Cam is, but the Cypher Cam actually sees past the Viper wall, so if they don't.
right.
If they're not breaking that cam, then the wall's kind of useless.
One less.
Nice shot from Ella.
Yeah, no fear. I mean, it was smoked off, and most people would wait in the smoke, wait for util, but she was like, you know what? No, this isn't me, and just that's to peek out. Not a care in the world.
Little standstill right now. Some action from Ella.
Uncle looking more able to see TD Tot.
Exactly.
Call it. TD Tot still gets the pick. Able to get the second too. Walking over to hold it now. It's up to Ivy. Ivy getting put down. TD Tot third on the round.
Remaining.
Criselli able to put down that light sight player, and now it's MGD. What can they do? I mean, this is such a tough situation. At this point, if you don't get a pick in the next like 10 seconds, I was gonna say you save, but TD Tot a huge quad
Absolutely.
to get that knife.
She wanted her kills.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that whole timeout was just spent saying, "Hey, TD Tot, go kill."
No, literally. Just set her free.
Send her free, yeah. Again, this round, I mean, we're gonna see that same Viper wall. I really want to see some of that Cypher util to start, you know, getting broken, because you can see the Cypher's setting that same cam because they know. And you have to be aware. I mean, Cypher cam can only be in like one of two or maybe three spots on this A site, and that is one of them. That's one where you kind of have to be insta breaking it, or at least looking for it. Cypher not checking it yet, so maybe, you know, not making the best use of it. I mean, but you don't need to if you have trips like that. TD Tot getting put down. And they see pose position. MGD might just peek out. No Tonko, not sure yet. Yeah, MGD holding for pose push. Gets the ult off, and now that's WoUHE in a really disadvantageous position as they look to reset. Ready for this retake. Mochi able to get one.
I've got your trail.
Crystal thinking about peeking out of here, but maybe the Scott ult.
Player standing.
And that's just unfortunate.
Yeah. That woman was
they-
tripping me out.
Yeah, I mean, it really came down to the numbers. It's just, it was hard, right?
Start that shit.
I feel like it's a law, Madeline, where if a player isn't looking at you this game, it's harder to kill them. And so the fact that Caselli left that smoke, just hunting Mochi, zeroing in, not looking at Kinani at all. I mean, that was just tough. Got the trade, but got it a little bit too late.
It's interesting. We'll see. It feels like they're a little more split up this round, because most of the time they've had like 4 people on one site and then one kind of on the other side of the map. But we'll see how this plays out. So you have 2 on A and 3 going towards mid. Maybe Zelly's joining them. I do like the defenders though. They got it locked down. They have their spots to be in.
I do like that we see MGD switching it up, right? The first round they hit their site. They're like, all right, like they know how I set up. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna be going to the B site and really, no pun intended, you know, like trip them out. You have to see Cresselia good blind, delaying the defenders, and now let's see what the attackers do. They look like they want to take this, but not as decisive. Don't want to go as
I
quick.
don't think they know Cresselli's there.
They do either. Oh, running out of knives is TD Tot on the heaven. MGD
Down, B.
spot.
Last player
Good for
standing.
2, actually. But I thought she got traded there. Now it's Zelly put into the 1v2 position.
There.
She is stunned by that dog. Put really low, 1
Very
HP. And Panko
The snacks.
able to put Zelly down. That's
That was
gonna
just
be.
a good use of util from Sky.
I mean, that's gonna be Condor putting their foot down. Like, hey, you got that one round, but no, you know, we don't want to be trading rounds. We want the advantage back. And it looks like we are going to be having a tech pause coming in at 10. We're going to have a little bit of delay.
No
We'll see
worries.
what comes of it. I
This
mean,
this was
go no, go for it.
VCT. This was VCT Pacific last night. They had a full pause on the VCT stage for I think it was Gen G and forgot who else.
No,
Completely
no,
delayed all of their
it was the
games.
first one. It was
Oh
T1 and
really?
Bleed.
Oh
It was the
no.
first one. Yeah, because it was, I remember I was out at like 8 o'clock and I was like, oh man, I want to miss the match. Like, shucks.
Mm,
And I got back to my house and we were like 10:30, and I'm still like, wait, that haven't even started.
yeah,
What happened?
exactly. They had a massive tech pause. A lot of
What?
people complaining, and I was very sad because my team's at a division. I have to watch them tonight instead. But oh well.
Yeah, I mean, well, we will have to see how that plays out. It was still an interesting match, but yeah, I mean, I think I got on and I saw like Rossi's took out his like IEMs. And I was like, oh no, it is chalk. But I did hear that they got like all the people who went there live got refunded all their ticket money.
I saw that
So,
too, which is very
yeah, that was
fair and good for them, to be honest.
yeah, that was unfortunate. What isn't unfortunate though, the tech pause is going to be finished. Looks like the Condors are ready. Put the R in chat, and now they're waiting for WoUHE to type it back. There it is.
Let's
Looks like
get it
we are
going.
going to be going in. There's a heavy WoUHE presence outside of this B main, indicating they probably want to do a B split, but do they think that MGD went back to A? Because obviously would not be the case. 3 defenders on this B side.
you
Just
see
as I say
there's
that though.
no one mid, so they have a free walk all the way up.
You can see a lot of aggression. Celia probably gonna do similar Yuto to try to hold them off. Oh, I like that cage. Huge fan of that cage.
Nice pick from Zal.
I know exactly.
Able to get the first one. Smokes player, not usually the entry fragger, but I like it. I like it. You see
Caselli
great
is
info
still
coming in.
a menace, though.
All of a sudden, with the advantage of one, getting evened out by
Fortunate
Panko.
timing.
Mochi not quite ready for Panko's swing. Kinani getting that trade back. These last 2 defenders
There's
coming
this
from
one.
spawn. The pre-fire. The Rafter gonna be holding for the push. They know that post position.
Oh yeah.
Enemy
Push.
remaining.
Kinani able to get her second in the round. MGD alone. Probably looking to save. No, still going for it. I don't know. MGD is playing with my heart. I was like, wow, MGD is brave for going for that. That is,
Exactly.
she wants her pound of flesh, but does end up saving.
Give me my one.
Give me my one. When that next round rolls over, all you want to be able to say is, who got their one? I did. I got my
I did
one.
my part.
Did you get your one? Ah, I don't think you did.
No fist bump.
No fist bump. And now we see MGD is back, going back to the A site. With that camera.
A really tight game though, especially when we've come from 13-2 and I think 13-7,
I believe.
13-7
or 13-8. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's a
to beat 10 and
much
10.
closer game.
Exactly.
Scout destroyed.
Feels
And
like
we're
they
seeing
warmed
good
up.
stuff. Yeah, we're seeing good stuff come in from both sides. Right, like, and some pretty
Right.
like standout players, standout plays as well. What else is standing out is 4 players on this B side defending for Condors. Let's see if they're able to get any picks. Stadia's not good for one, but Condors are going to come on top with the trades. That just sends 3 WoUHE players in B main.
Here.
Let's see. Ivy has the jet knives. Looks like
Cage.
might be interested in going there. And look at MGD's position. MGD is getting
Wow.
so much info. MGD is hearing all of this. There's 1 footsteps.
Exactly.
I hear 1. I hear 3. All 3 running. All 3 running. And MGD might actually get another pick here if this goes unchecked. Oh, they're actually going to put a trip down.
They found my wire. Got you. Cage trigger.
I do
And
like
now they
these
have to
cypher
know.
30
plays.
seconds left.
They have to know. I mean, does Kinani... Oh, that it was flanked. Not going to matter. Poe, great out. And I like the use of that Viper Orb.
Exactly.
Makes players that much more uncomfortable. Whoa. MGD. Just going to spam onto Poe in that smoke. And now, I mean, look, like these defenders are just going to flood in. This is going to be really tough
Let's see
for
it.
the offensive
Good
team.
blind.
Oh, good for one. Ivy looking to trade it out.
player
Gets a
standing.
collat. Ivy good for the second in the round. And just like that,
That was
that's gonna be
well
Condors
played.
up on 11. Yeah, I mean, good trades, good spacing, right? Because it's just enough spacing where you want the one person to go in, get info, but you don't want to get like collatted, right?
Right, exactly.
So, what's the plan?
Let's see how they switch it up. It seems like they're still figuring out exactly where they want to go. I did like the Cypher plays. I've never actually played Cypher, so I'm always kind of just
Ever?
impressed. No, don't laugh at me. I don't play. I'm retired.
Ever?
Very retired.
Camera taken.
Madeline,
I
I'm gonna be
was-
that
I
guy,
was
but
a
this
Arena
game's been
menace.
out for like oh,
Yeah,
that gap on the
I
smoke
stopped
again.
playing like 3 years ago.
Oh, you can see Poe acknowledge the gap in her wall. She looked at it. She's like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that.
As long as we can acknowledge our mistakes. It's okay.
Yeah.
Nice
Oh,
shot from Ella.
yeah. Just peeks out. That might have been a one tap.
She's got some nice shots in there. MGD on site is a little scary as well.
Yeah.
I
Now
do
there are
like
4
selling
defenders here. Oh, Panko going in. Panko going in. Takes no prisoners.
Got the damage.
Oh, Panko good for one. Panko probably good for the second. Yeah. Keep it calm and composed. Zelly coming up behind, getting the trade. But Ella
Just a
Bloom
little
is
late.
there. Paco, I mean, that's just great composure, right? You can see some people start freaking out, spraying or doing whatever, but stays calm, collected, and gets 22 frags to their name, Madeline. Paco's
That's
popping off.
crazy.
And I actually really like
Interesting.
this timeout from the defenders.
Yeah, because
right?
normally you expect it, not when obviously they're one round away from winning, but there has been so many situations where you get to this point and then you might just lose it all.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with, just like, hey, this is probably, this is probably, something bad. There, I see some gaps. Let's just close it out. Having the coach's
Exactly.
input. We have to see what the attackers end up doing. See if they can't cinch their first map win of the day. What are your main standout points you've seen so far, Madeline? Or even standout players? Who maybe not necessarily the top fraggers, but who have you seen and be like, oh wow, like yeah, they're bringing a lot to the table.
Honestly, Cecilia? I'm not sure. Cresselia. Cresselia and Ella both, I feel like, have popped off a lot to me or have just had like smart plays. I think Poe has had like a lot of nice shots and just also has just played smartly because sometimes it's not really about the kills. It's just about how you're playing and if you're in the right spots, if you're thinking about your team, and they just seem to really be with it in the game. Unfortunate for Zelly getting caught out in sewers.
Yeah, great, like temperate aggression, right? Like just enough to get the advantage in the round, but they don't want to overstay their welcome.
Exactly. What you said, they're really calm and collected. They just have it like it's like they're playing jazz music or something.
Playing jazz music. You see a good molly off from Poe to get Ivy off the angle, but it's not gonna last forever. And Ivy looks like she wants hers. Good follow-up orb. Now Ivy ready with that Vandal. Can you imagine, Madeline, if you see an op, you hear them miss the shot, you push into it, and all of a sudden you get Vandal bullets to the face?
I would just cry.
I would be really mad.
A nice shot from IV.
Oh,
And
MVD.
MVD getting the flank.
Oh no, oh no, Tatey Tot's gun barrel is sticking out. Now it's all up to Kinani. Kinani 1v4, and you see the Condors, up to the name, they are just gonna flock on this last player. Kinani looking for a first. Does land. Now, what are they gonna do? Only 13 seconds. I mean, Madeline, this is tough.
This is it.
Kanani would need like running shots at this point, but I think they saw her head out at the top of that cage, and that is gonna be GG's 13-10 in favor of Condors, as well as the last, I believe, group stage match
It is the
for
last
today
match today, but it
in the
it
Aurora
was a good
series.
match to close it out. I think it's nice to have a good game that's like pretty competitive. We saw stuff from both sides, and it just came down to the small stuff.
Yeah, I mean, still a great showing from both teams. That is going to be wrapping up our stream for the day, I believe, though, Madeline.
It
Thank you
is.
so much, everyone, for joining us and watching us showcase. I believe this is our WoUHE's Suns team's first appearance on not
First
only
tournament.
a tournament, yeah, first tournament. So, great showing from them. Obviously, places to improve on, but not the worst start ever, right? So thank you so
Exactly.
much for joining us for this debut match, and we'll hope that you continue to support this team going into future streams, future tournaments, future matches. Until then, this has been Madeline and myself. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.